For everybody, this is Jose with Oakland Latinos United, aka Oakland Latinos Unidos, on here with a new video for you guys to enjoy. Well, the video I'm going to make today is about a police death that happened last year in Alameda, California, involving Mario Gonzalez, a Latino male from East Oakland who was in Alameda. And we're going to talk about what happened and what has happened with the case as of recent. So it looks like Alameda County District Attorney Nancy O'Malley is not going to press charges on the cops who basically arrested ended up with the death of Mario Gonzalez. And we're going to talk about what happened a little bit. And there are videos out there of the arrest. I'll leave a link to the video. I've done a video about this in the past when it happened. I actually went to the area where he died and made a video there. So I will leave a link again in the description for those of you to see what happened. So basically, let's talk about the story. So last year, when was that? That was in April 19th of 2021. The police were called to a little park area around the area of Park Street and Otis Street near the South Shore Mall. And those of you who are from the Oakland, Alameda area know what I'm talking about. Reports of a suspicious man were made, and police came, and they encountered Mario Gonzalez. And this is a video of the encounter right here. This is a picture of the encounter, I'm sorry. And basically the police came to the area, and they encountered Mario Gonzalez, who in the video it does appear that he might have been either drunk, maybe high off something. He was a little incoherent, and he was kind of rambling on, incoherently a little bit. But in the video it doesn't really look like he gets violent or anything. He just kind of looks like he's a little lost a little bit in a way. The police end up grabbing his arms, handcuffing him, and throwing him to the ground and lying on top of him. And basically they put if I remember right, they put their knees to his back, not to his neck, but to his back. And a few minutes later, he stops breathing. He's dead. And they were like, stop resisting, the police were saying in the video, but it doesn't really look like he was really resisting a lot, and why he died, is pretty weird, and it's pretty sad actually. In the video it looks like I said, it looks like he's not all there, I didn't know if he had mental issues. I didn't know if he was high off something or drunk off something. I didn't know, and I don't know. It did appear like he had some baskets on the side with I don't know if it was food or clothes or something. Maybe he had shoplifted it, maybe he had bought it. I don't know. I really don't know. You know what I mean? But in the video, that's what it shows. And then basically he stopped breathing, and it seemed a little excessive on the police's part for sure. And he wasn't really that much of a threat. According to what I've seen, it didn't seem like he was that much of a threat, and it definitely didn't deserve for someone to die if he wasn't really doing nothing bad. He was just kind of suspicious in the area, according to what the people said. You know what I mean? They called it, the police, but it wasn't necessarily something to die over. It wasn't like he was doing something horrible for him to die. Now, I read a report from the district attorney, and many of you probably seen my friend Masatal from the 209. He comes on from time to time, and I told him last year that the police, or at least the district attorney, was going to say that he was high off something and that he was overweight, and that's why he died. I said that, and the only reason I said that was because many years ago in New York, a heavyset black man was put in a chokehold by the police in New York, and he was selling cigarettes. Literally, they put him in a chokehold for selling cigarettes. He wasn't even selling drugs. I forget his name. I can't think of it. Put in the comment if you know who I'm talking about. And they tried to say that he was high off drugs and he was overweight, and that's why he died. And why am I bringing that up? Because in one of the reports I read, the district attorney, or at least the coroner's office, the Alameda County coroner's office, said that he died because he was high off meth and because of morbid obesity. And I was shocked. I was shocked, but I wasn't shocked when I read that, because I said, wow, I told that to my friend Masatal verbatim, that that's what they were going to say. And that's what they're saying, basically. He died because he was overweight and because he was high off meth. It's what they're saying, basically. And, you know, the Alameda Police, those of you who know Alameda or Oakland, you know that there's always been this conflict between Oakland and Alameda. And those of you who don't know the area, basically Oakland's the big city, and there's literally a little island that you cross a bridge or a tunnel, and it's a small island. It's a town called Alameda, and it's basically surrounded by Oakland. But Alameda is, I don't want to say it's upscale, but it's definitely like a middle class, upper middle class area. And, you know, there's always been this weird dichotomy between Alameda, this paradise, and this ghetto hood, Oakland, next to it. So, you know, the Alameda Police have always been notorious on being, you know, rough with people from Oakland who come into Alameda. I remember even my own dad used to not like going to Alameda sometimes because he said the police here would harass you for no reason. So even my dad, this was back in the 80s, you know. So the Alameda Police has a reputation. Now, I'm not going to say that Oakland people don't go into Alameda to do dumb things, because they do. Trust me. I was one of them, and I had friends and family who were some of them too. So it does happen. So I'm not going to, you know, act like we're saints, but at the same time, not everybody that goes from Oakland to Alameda deserves to get treated badly or even die in custody of the police for no reason, really. You know, Mario Gonzalez was, yeah, he might have been drunk or he might have been high or whatever, but he wasn't posing really too much of a threat except being suspicious in a certain area. You know what I mean? Being incoherent. I get it. You know what I mean? But then you could have, I don't know, you know what I mean? The situation could have been probably dealt with differently. But the thing I want to talk about is, you know, a young raza male, Latino raza male, was killed by police in a brutal way. And some could say it was very similar to the George Floyd death. You know what I mean? And, you know, I don't like to play the oppression Olympics. You know, my suffering is worth more than yours, or I suffered more than you. I don't like to play that. But there is a lesson to be learned from this. Where is the big outrage? Where's all the raza activists speaking out about this? Now, I will agree, some groups did protest in Alameda when this happened, like Courage, the local Brown Berets also did it, and a few other groups. But where's the mass outrage for this? Where's a lot of the raza out there who was putting so much into the Black Lives Matter stuff, you know, when George Floyd died, but are crickets silent when this comes about? And, you know, the majority of most of the police killings in the Bay Area, in Oakland, and in the Bay Area in general have been raza. You know, Sean Monterosa in Vallejo, Jonathan Torres Ramirez in Oakland, Eric Salgado, who was killed by the Highway Patrol in Oakland. Another case where they cleared the officers of any wrongdoing. So, and now we got Mario Gonzalez in Alameda. So there is a pattern of raza being killed and brutalized by the police as well. And like I said, I'm not trying to pin black victims against raza victims or brown Latino victims, but what I am saying, it doesn't fit a narrative, and the media doesn't, you know, show these cases, and a lot of times it gets swept under the rugs, and the cops get a slap on the wrist, and that's about it. And that's why this continues to happen. That's why it's important for us to speak out about this, make videos about this, let people know about these cases, because, you know, our lives matter as well, and our community matters, and we have to stand up for our community. You know what I mean? Mario Gonzalez is just another, you know, unfortunate victim of a system that treats our people like second-class citizens. And with us not stepping up and calling it out. You know what I mean? It's never gonna change. You know, and that's really all I have to say. You know, I'm gonna leave a link to the video, and I'm gonna try to find the video of his arrest, and I want you to tell me what you think. Were the police right in what they did? Were they not wrong? Were they wrong in what they did? Should they have been charged? Or should have they been left off the hook like they did, like District Attorney Nancy O'Malley? You know, look that name up, you know? And, you know, the Alameda Police, like I said, they have a long history of being brutal against people of color, especially people from Oakland. You know, that is well known. But, you know, that's all I really have to say. Please share this video, like, leave a comment, let people know about this case. Justice for Mario Gonzalez, R.I.P. My condolences to his family if they're watching. And that's all I have to say. This Oakland Latinos United, Jose.